Welcome to Creativity Cooks. Today we are making a mixed berry jam. To make this recipe, we will need the following ingredients. 1 cup of strawberries, half a cup of blueberries, and half a cup of blackberries. So in total, we need 2 cups of berries. We also need a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 3 metal spoons. Before you begin making this recipe, we will need to place our 3 metal spoons in the freezer. These will be needed once we're finished making our jam to test the jam for readiness. Second, we need to add our berries to a medium bowl, and we are going to gently wash them under a faucet, or we can put some water inside of them and use our hands, but any dirt, debris that are on these berries, we want to wash them off before we start making your jam. Then you will need to grab a strainer and just drain all the water from your bowl so they're nice and dry. The stems on your strawberries also needs to come off. You can use a knife and gently cut off the stems, or if you do not have a knife, you can also pull them off. However you get them off, it is up to you, but we do not want any of these green stems from the strawberries to be mixed in with our jam. So once all the stems are off our strawberries and they're all dry, there's no water in this bowl, we are going to add some sugar. We're going to add the salt. If you've received this cooking kit, they should be mixed together. And we are also going to add your lemon juice to the bowl with the berries, and we are going to use our mixing spoon and mix them together really well. We want the sugar and the lemon juice to just get soaked up by these berries before we start to boil them. If you have a potato masher, this will come in handy at this very point right now. Use your potato masher and use it to mash all of these berries up. You do not want any large chunks of strawberries or blackberries or blueberries to be in your jam. And once you mash these up, they will just boil a lot easier than having to deal with the big chunks in your pot. So you want to use your potato masher and mash these up for like about a good 5 minutes, so you can just crush everything in this bowl to make it as small and as fine and itty bitty as you can. Now, once your berries are mashed, we need to add a medium pot to a stove, and we're going to turn the heat on to medium. Add your crushed berry mixture to your pot, and we are going to set a timer for 22 minutes. You can also use your mixing spoon during this time and stir this mixture occasionally. You do not need to stir it for the entire 22 minutes, but you do want to stand there and watch it, and you do want to stir it maybe once every 5 minutes or so to make sure that all the areas of this jam are mixing and boiling correctly. The jam should also start to thicken as you're going along, so you just use your spoon and continue mixing it around so you're blending up all the sugars and all the ingredients in this pot so that your jam will taste really well once it is all finished. So after about 22 minutes, you want to remove one of these metal spoons that you placed in the freezer and dip it into your jam. If the jam rolls off of the spoon, then you need to continue cooking for another 5 minutes. Or if it sticks to the spoon, like my jam stuck to my spoon, that means that your jam is nice and ready. At this point, we want to remove the jam from the stove and allow it to cool for about 30 minutes. Once your jam is cooled, you can pour it into your 8-ounce mason jar and cover it. This jam does not have any preservatives inside of it, so it will need to stay refrigerated. It can last in the fridge for about 2 to 3 weeks from the date when you first made it. We are going to be making bread with this jam as well in our next video, so please continue to follow along with us. If you're happy with your jam for now, then we absolutely want you to enjoy it. Thank you so much for cooking with us. We hope you enjoy your homemade berry jam, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you.